Welcome to 5 Minute Tips, the podcast which gives concrete business advice in 5 minutes. In this first season, we'll focus on tips and best practices for SMEs. In this episode, we'll talk about how to detect signs of non-payment to protect your business. Do you know how to spot the warning signs that your customer is about to go bust so you can safeguard against the consequences? As a business, you rely on your customers and their ability to pay on time. This is at the heart of your positive cash flow, which, as we all know, is key for any company. If one of your clients goes bust, this can be a serious threat to your financial stability. To give you a concrete example, if you lose €20,000 from a non-payment and you have a profit margin of 5%, you would need to sell an extra €400,000 to replace that profit. There are ways to protect your finances, however, by reducing this risk. This includes knowing your customer and monitoring changes in their behaviour. That way, you can prepare a buffer, protecting your business and leaving you able to focus on growth. Here are 10 signs to look out for that your customers may be struggling. 1. Are there erratic or late payments? Is your customer failing to follow your credit agreement or trying to change payment terms? Are there erratic payments that are becoming increasingly late? If this is the case, it's likely that they are suffering from cash flow issues. 2. Is your customer taking questionable credit decisions? Did your customer just land a huge sale with a dubious buyer? If your client is not managing their credit risk, you could be caught in the downstream impact. 3. Are there new financial processes? Is your customer in the process of securing new financing or changing banks? There's a possibility they are doing this because their current bank may not lend them additional funds. 4. Is there an increase in credit checks? If your customer is experiencing a constant stream of checks from credit providers, they may be having trouble paying its current creditors or is desperate to cover cash flow or recover from financial losses. 5. Do you hear excuses? Non-stop excuses from your customer about late payments are a telltale sign of trouble. 6. Are there management changes? Large and unusual changes in management could signal problems. Look out for changes that are out of line with past history, especially if they bring on a restructuring officer. 7. Are there changes in buying behaviour? If your customer starts to purchase erratically after a consistent pattern or increases purchases dramatically in a short time frame, you may want to ask the reason behind such a change. 8. Does your customer keep asking for extensions? Have there been unexpected or more frequent requests to extend payment? A one-off extension can be normal, but if this becomes more of a pattern, it could be putting off an inevitable non-payment. 9. Is your customer not returning calls? If the phone keeps ringing when you call, this is a sign of problems. If a customer doesn't contact you after repeated attempts, you should start to take action. 10. Are there structural changes? If one of your customers is selling off a large part of their business, starts to scale back or cancel growth plans, or is pivoting dramatically, they could be in financial trouble. It may be that some of these changes are legitimate, but knowing the warning signs is the best way to prepare for and manage the risk. Credit insurance can protect you against such changing fortunes of your customers, so their loss doesn't have to be your loss. Euler Hermes can provide risk assessment services to alert you to potential problems with clients. Don't bury your head in the sand. Being aware of the issue is a proactive approach which helps you to manage and reduce this risk, meaning you protect your business and can focus on your future. Thank you for listening to 5-Minute Tips. We hope it was helpful for you. Don't hesitate to find more information online at eulahermes.com and listen to our other podcasts.